Good day, kids. How are you? I am Sir Kim, and welcome to our English class. Today, we'll be talking about giving conclusions to realistic fiction. At the end of this lesson, you're expected to give conclusions to realistic fiction read, provide textual evidence to explain and support conclusion, and read grade level texts with appropriate speed, accuracy, and proper expression. What is a realistic fiction? Realistic fiction is a genre that seems real, but it is not. Realistic means something seems real. Fiction means stories that are not real. What is a conclusion? Conclusion is a statement a reader makes after reading a passage in a story. To draw a conclusion, one can use the story clues and your own experience to figure out things that were not fully explained in a story. The selection or story does not really say the answers to the questions, but you can conclude the answers from what you read. For us to remember, we can use this addition sentence. Story clues plus what I know gives you the conclusion. To understand more about conclusion, let us look at these pictures. First one, what will happen if it would not rain for several days? If it wouldn't rain for several days, plants will die. Based on the given clue on the first part of the sentence, you can conclude that if it would not rain for several days, plants will die. How about this one? What will happen if you will not study diligently? If you will not study diligently, you will get low grades. Based on the given clue on the first part of the sentence, one can conclude that if you will not study diligently, you will get low grades. If you see an empty plate of cookies, and then you see a toddler with crumbs on his face, what conclusion can you give? You can conclude that he ate the cookies even though you did not see him do it. Let us read this. Lyle was excited as she looked outside her window. Dark clouds had blocked out the sun. A strong wind was blowing through the trees. She heard the thunder off in the distance. Now, let us look at the clues in the passage. Dark clouds, strong wind, she heard the thunder. What is about to happen when there are dark clouds, strong wind, and a thunder? A storm or heavy rain is about to happen. Now, you may begin answering the learning tasks. Learning task number 1. Read the paragraph carefully, then choose the letter that best gives the conclusion for the story. Learning task number 2. Many people come to incorrect conclusions because they do not think out carefully. Read each group of sentences below. Write correct on the blank before each number if you decide that the conclusion reached is correct. If not, write incorrect. Learning task number 3. Analyze the cartoon below. Then, provide answer to the questions that will lead to a good conclusion. Learning task number 4. Read the sentences carefully. Then, determine the sentence that supports the conclusion and copy this in the proper column. For example, number 1. Edna can't eat. She can't even smile. Father will scold her. She has failing marks. The supporting facts are Edna can't eat. She can't even smile. She has failing marks. And the conclusion is Father will scold her. Remember that giving conclusion is what a reader makes after reading a passage in the story. One can use prior knowledge to form a conclusion. Giving conclusion may also be based on one's own experience. And for our final learning task, read the paragraphs. And then, answer the question that will lead to a conclusion for each paragraph below. I hope that you understood our lesson for this week. See you again next week here in our English class.